Once upon a time, there was a woman named Reina, who was a farmer in a small village surrounded by green hills and fields. Her days were filled with hard work, but she loved her work and cared for her land. One day, feeling particularly down, she decided to go to Buddha, as she, like all of us, had problems in her life. She hoped that Buddha's wisdom would help her find a way out of her difficult situations. Reina said to Buddha, "Oh Lord, I have serious problems in my life, and I know that only you can help me." Then she continued, "I am a farmer. I like to farm, but sometimes there is not enough rain, and my crops do not produce. The land becomes dry and cracked, and all my efforts seem in vain. And sometimes there is too much rain, and my crops are destroyed by floods. As a result, my harvest is never as good as I hoped." Buddha listened patiently to the woman, his eyes full of compassion and understanding. Reina continued, "I am married. My husband is a good man, and I love him too. But sometimes he fights with me and nags me too much, and I get tired of him. We often argue over small things, and it wears me out." Buddha continued to listen calmly, his face unperturbed. Then Anastasia said, "I have a daughter. Sometimes she does not show me enough respect, and sometimes she does not listen to me. I would like them to understand how much I do for them." She also told about her neighbors who constantly gossiped about me and spread rumors in the village. "They talk behind my back and create tension in our small community," she complained. Reina also told Buddha that many people borrowed money from her and did not pay it back. At the same time, she took loans from some lenders and was worried about how to pay them back. After listing all her problems, she finally fell silent and waited for the Buddha to say something that would fix everything for her. The Buddha thought for a moment, then said calmly, "My dear, I can't help you. I can't solve your problems." Reina was taken aback. "What do you mean?" she exclaimed, furious. "I thought you were a great teacher. I thought you could help me. If you can't help me, then what good is your teaching?" The Buddha replied patiently, "You see, my dear, everyone has problems in life. In fact, each of us has exactly 83 problems in life, and there is nothing we can do to avoid them completely. If you work really hard on one of them, maybe you can solve it. But if you solve one, another will take its place. And when you fix one, another will arise. You can solve some problems that are within your control, but there are many that you can never control, such as death, illness, other people's behavior, rain, or gossip. You cannot solve all 83 problems, but if you can solve your 84th problem, the first 83 will solve themselves. Then please solve my 84th problem," Reina pleaded. The Buddha said gently, "You need to identify your 84th problem first." "What is my 84th problem?" Reina asked. The Buddha patiently replied, "Your 84th problem is that you don't want to have any problems, and that, my dear, is the root cause of your unhappiness. You don't want to accept these 83 problems in your life, but that is impossible. Problems will always be a part of life. You cannot avoid them. But if you can give up the desire to live a problem-free life, then you really won't have any problems. Just let go of that expectation and accept life as it is. That's the only way." After hearing these words of wisdom from Gautama Buddha, Reina finally understood that life will never be what we want it to be. So we have to face life's challenges as they come and try to live with joy and satisfaction. If we see this in our lives, we will find that we all carry within us the beginning of 83 problems, and we will always have them. Worries about family, money, work, health, or relationships. Things don't always go the way we want them to. Sometimes people may not behave the way we expect. They may be thoughtless or unkind. Problems will happen, they will appear, but when we refuse to accept this reality or blame others for our problems, we become like Reina, upset and dissatisfied, and then instead of 83 problems, we end up with 84. Suffering begins when we carry this 84th problem, the expectation that life should be problem-free. This belief alone creates resistance, stress, anger, and frustration. But the moment we let go of this desire, we begin to live more peacefully, not because everything is suddenly perfect, but because we are no longer struggling with reality. This doesn't mean we shouldn't try to fix what is within our control, but for everything beyond it, we must learn to accept. And in that acceptance, we find clarity, strength, and even joy. So the next time you feel yourself hunched over by life's challenges, remind yourself of the 84th problem and try to solve it, instead of chasing solutions to the other 83.